After attending Auburn University representing the Tigers from between 1982 and 1986, Chuck Person, otherwise known as the Rifleman, joined the NBA when he was selected with the 4th pick of the 1986 draft by the Pacers. Initially, after taking home the 1987 Rookie of the Year award, Person appeared as though he'd follow in the footsteps of his Auburn teammate Charles Barkley and have a Hall of Fame career. Because while his three-point percentage over the course of his 14-year NBA career was never anything spectacular on paper, as he averaged around 36% from deep, he excelled in clutch situations.
With 3 seconds, Person got it at the buzzer! The Spurs win their 13th in a row!
However, although Person was originally seen as the Pacers franchise player, the emergence of future Hall of Famer Reggie Miller, who Indiana had selected with the 11th pick of the 1987 draft, soon changed the direction of Person's career.
What are you thinking right now?
It's great. Rookie of the Year, Chuck Persons, Coach Ramsey, and class organization. I would just like to come in and play hard.
After Miller's breakout for the 89-90 season, Person became expendable and he was sent to the Wolves in September 1992. All up, Person played just 2 seasons in Minnesota, during which he transitioned from a starter to a role player as the struggling team prioritized developing younger players before Person was released by the Wolves in July 1994. As a free agent, Person signed with the Spurs. He remained in San Antonio up until January 1999.
Chuck Person, the X factor in this fourth quarter, because he's the guy that's hurting the Houston Rocket defense. He's moving without the basketball.
When the 89-90 season finally began following a lockout that spanned from July 1998 to January 1999, Person was traded to the Bulls before being waived by the team a few days later. The next day, Person signed with the Hornets and remained with the team for the remainder of the season before signing with the Seattle Supersonics in October 1999. In September 2000, Person was traded to the Lakers as part of the deal that sent future Hall of Famer and Knicks legend Patrick Ewing to the Sonics.
The Knicks get Glenn Rice and Vernon Maxwell. They also get Travis Knight and Luke Longley, and the Lakers and Sonics first-round picks in 2001. The Lakers end up with Grant to help Shaq inside, and Chuck Person to, try to help replace Rice's aging firepower. Phoenix gets Chris Dudley, the Knicks' #1 pick next year, and a whole lot of cash.
Days later, Person was waived by the Lakers, bringing an end to his NBA career. Ultimately, while Person's best years in the league were with the Pacers, it was San Antonio where he came the closest to getting a ring. But it was also the place where the beginning of the end of his career happened due to a freak accident. Upon signing with San Antonio, Person took on the role of a sharpshooting reserve. And during his time with the Spurs, Person was a runner-up for the 6th Man of the Year award in 1995 and 1996, coming in 3rd and 6th in voting, respectively. Then, in October 1996, during that year's preseason, Person had to have back surgery relating to a herniated disc that he suffered in 1995. During a flight on the Spurs' private plane, Person's seat came loose during takeoff while he was fully strapped into it, resulting in the back injury. Impressively, despite his pain, Person still managed to play 90 games for the 95-96 campaign, 80 in the regular season, and 10 in the 1996 playoffs before the Spurs were eliminated by the Jazz in the second round 4-2.
It's a rough afternoon for the Spurs. Chuck Person getting run, and so did the Spurs. A blowout.
Ultimately, while Person wasn't limited by the injury, he was effectively crippled by the surgery to correct it. Person returned for the 97-98 season and put up respectable numbers for a reserve player who was now in their early 30s and coming back from major surgery. But ultimately, Person never recaptured his pre-surgery stats as he never fully recovered from the airplane incident, which is why he became expendable and the Spurs sent him to Chicago. On the upside, the airplane incident led to the Spurs taking player welfare more seriously. But there was no upside for Person as he went from being a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate to a little-used role player due to no fault of his own. Following his playing career, Person would finally get a ring as a member of the 09-10 Lakers coaching staff after the team defeated the Celtics in the 2010 finals in 7 games.
Los Angeles Lakers fans, here's your trophy.
Still, it's hard to imagine that the 2010 ring makes up for missing out on his chance to get one as a player, given that he lost that opportunity through no fault of his own. To add insult to injury over how his time in San Antonio came to an end, when Person was traded to the Bulls, he was exchanged for fellow sharpshooter Steve Kerr, who already had 3 rings from during his time with the Bulls in 1996, 1997, and 1998.
It is Michael Jordan time.
Michael, 6 seconds, 5. Michael in traffic to Kerr, 15-footer.
Ultimately, Kerr would go on and win 2 more rings with San Antonio. First in the 1999 finals when the Spurs defeated the Knicks 4-1, then again for the 2003 finals when San Antonio beat the New Jersey Nets 4-2, with Kerr serving in a role the Person would have filled had he not been injured by the Spurs plane.
You were the star in Indiana. Here, you're taking more of a secondary role, but the team's winning more. Is that what really counts?
Well, absolutely. I mean, I've finally gotten to a place where I have a chance to win a championship. But it's always nice that you know that if you're in a place where you can go out known as a winner instead of having had played great years in the league, being an all-star and this and all-star that, and never win a championship.